So, my friend's daughter today is coming to stay the night tonight, and I decided to get her reaction of the daily.
Then the E-note comes in the water.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
So here we are. She is pretty much all back together. I have a filter. I need to find a 3-inch intercooler pipe or a 4-inch intercooler pipe to put on the inlet of the Hall set to run my filter. I've got the exhaust placed. It just needs to be tacked. And then the exhaust will be done on this. I can hook the wideband back up, and then it's just the turbo drain, and this thing is ready to rip. So getting really close to the first fire on the Hx35.
Go ahead.
Blew through. I gotta turn this down just a little. He's got a There's the heart.
Go ahead.
Alright. These titanium welders actually do a really good job for just a straight flux core machine. You know, they're kind of like they're a Harbor Freight welder, but of higher quality. But I mean, get close to these welds. I mean, look at them. That's a nice, consistent weld bead. Looks real good. Burning in hot. Getting a good bond, good penetration. And that's on a lower setting. And I mean, it's not going to duty cycle out because I have it turned down so much, but for an option when you don't have a TIG welder handy, they work really well. Got a nice bead. Again, good penetration. Doesn't need to be, it's just the side exit exhaust coming off of it, so it doesn't need like a big, huge, fat bead. Just needs consistent penetration. Ow, that was hot. Got a little burn through right there. I'll have to tack up a couple of small holes where it burned through the exhaust pipe itself. Alright, one more small hole and we're good. And she's done. Oh, wait, found a low spot. There it is. Oh, no, burned a hole. God damn it. Oh, I gotta brush. So, it's ugly. but I got the exhaust welded up. Exhaust flange is on. Exhaust is positioned good. So now that side of it's done. Intake pipe is on the way with the coupler for the intake side. Now I just got to do the turbo drain and the wastegate dump tube, and I can fire this car. Like, it's ready. It's there. So got the exhaust done on the red probe, and now we are about to load up the white car on the trailer to get it up to the house to drop a new long block in it. So we had to do some kind of ghetto shit to get this car up on the trailer. And that's not what ended up breaking. The Harbor Freight fucking cable come along, fucking ripped and sent the car flying back down the trailer because it broke the C-clip and pulled the pin out, came apart. Fucking Chris is standing here in the fucking open door and the car's just coming back on him from about the position it's in now, just a little further back.
I got my dancing shoes on.
So we used the other one, and I fucking look at it, and it's doing the same thing. So I put a bolt in that bitch. That ain't coming out of there. So here we are. Got the white probe loaded up, ready to go get a new long block thrown in it. Got all the parts on the way to put the engine together. Just got to have the head rebuilt when I get some money. But I can get everything else swapped in and ready to go. That way I just have to bolt the head on and call it good. My buddy Chris is hooking it up with the tow. Got the exhaust done for the red probe today. Just needs the turbo drain and the intake, which I have ordered. And then bigger injectors and probably more fuel pump. Just got a Walbro 255 in it. And then I got new wheels for this guy, or new wheels for the white car that are the same as these ones. And then these ones are going to get sanded and painted and restored. So a lot done today. Here's the white car on its way to finally getting some new life breathed into it. So here we are. We are driving to drop the probe off at the shop. I got the exhaust tacked up and then pulled it off and welded it. I welded it with a titanium Harbor Freight flux core non-dual shield welders. So I mean the welds aren't pretty, but they should hold. I got good penetration, good bead, no holes. So the probe, I just need to flatten out the flange for the drain where I welded it and put the wastegate dump tube on, and I fire the car. It's on 12 pounds right now. It's on wastegate springs. Since the Hx35 is going to flow a lot more than the TO4B, I'll just turn it up until it starts to lean out and back it off a little bit until I can get a dyno tune. Which will probably be 14 or 15 pounds of boost. Otherwise, I'm just going to get the short block in this white car here pretty soon, and then get the head rebuilt and throw that on. Ordered all the head gasket and gaskets and stuff, so I shouldn't have any issues with that. Sorry if the audio is crap. I'm driving, and window is down with the side exit exhaust. It gets pretty loud. But anyway, yep, I just figured I'd give a little bit of an update. The red car is getting done. It is about to be running on the Hx35. I don't know if I'll get it dyno tuned this year, if I'll do it next spring. Depends on the availability of the dyno and my tuners. So stay tuned. I will definitely let you guys know what's going on, but the probe will at least be running and driving here soon. Both of them will be. Then all three of my cars will be running and driving. I'll decide what I want to do with the white car and go from there. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. Do everything you can to help me out. Trying to get to 1,000 subs. So here we are. Got the white car in the shop, ready to have the short block put in it with a rebuilt head, so it'll get a full new long block, which is this guy here, looking all pretty and ready to go. Chris's car is all back together. It's already fired one time, but the fuel pump died, so we got to put a new fuel pump in it. And then the white car currently has a completely rusted up, seized engine from having a blown head gasket for like 10 years. It sat with a blown head gasket and it just oxidized in the cylinders and rusted the cylinders up. I'm guessing the piston rings are rusted to the cylinder bore because it's locked up tighter than a tick's ass. So I threw PB Blaster in the cylinders and filled them up, and they did eventually drain, but this bitch still ain't turning over. So I'm going to pull this short block out, get it on an engine stand, put the tranny that's in this car already on that other short block, rebuilt head, new head gasket, all new seals, reseal the whole engine. Keep the oil pump and water pump because car only had 125,000 original miles. I'll probably do the water pump because they're cheap enough. But I'm going to keep the oil pump on it. It should be fine. And then, yeah, we'll just see how it goes with this thing. So I don't think it's going to have any problems at all. I think it's going to be an awesome car. And I think it'll be done here pretty soon. The red probe, I just finished the exhaust, as I've said. And it just needs a couple things. It'll be running. The 626 needs a couple things. It needs the control arms done, tie rod ends, and serpentine belt, and valve cover gasket, and a cam seal. You know, some shit like that. It's got almost 350,000 miles. So, I mean, the thing is a trooper for going this far with minimal work. But, yeah, so this car will be 0 mile engine. This car will be a used bottom end with a 0 mile head. But as I showed you, the bottom end on that car looks really good. Here, I'll take a look at it real quick. So here's that nice bottom end that's going to be going into the car. It looks nice and pretty, and it's ready to rock. So this thing should be pretty dope. It had 160,000 miles on it. So it's still pretty low mileage, and it's pretty much a match to the mileage of the car. And these things will go over 250,000 miles pretty much every time, provided you keep oil in them and maintain them. No matter how much you abuse them, because they're obviously a very strong cast iron closed deck block. And people have hit over 1,000 horsepower with the Mazda FE3, which shares this block with very subtle differences. So they are notoriously strong. The cranks, nobody's broke one of those yet. The stock rods usually break in the neighborhood of 450 wheel horsepower, 500 crank. Pistons will outlast the rods. The stock turbo hypereutectic pistons will. So yeah, this will be a good little combination we got going on here. So thank you everybody for watching, and subscribe and like and everything. And if you want to see more of these cars, I should have some stuff coming at you here soon.
Yeah.